In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process of how to properly start grass seed. Now you can't just throw grass seed down and expect grass to grow. I brought in 12 yards of dirt. We leveled out this dip in the yard. It's about 800 square feet. I'm going to lay down the seed, and what I like to do is throw about a ½ inch layer of pulverized black dirt on top. Now if you do read some books or look at some other videos, people will just say the grass seed needs to be in contact with the soil. I like the grass seed about a ½ inch under dirt. You can rake up your soil a little bit with a garden rake to loosen it. Put down your seed. We're going to go at a checkered pattern. We're going to run the spreader north to south and then east to west. Put my ½ inch layer of black dirt on it, straw blanket, then we'll go over the watering sequence. You're definitely going to want a water timer so you can adjust how long and how many days your new grass is going to get watered. So follow along step by step so you can grow some luscious green grass in your new yard. Now, I highly recommend you go to your local nursery, get yourself some good grass seed. Don't go to the big box stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards, and buy that grass seed. It's not very good stuff. Spend a little extra money, support your local nursery, and get the better grass seed. You're going to want a spreader like this. I'm going to set this to number 4 and start spreading the grass seed. At the local nursery, I went ahead and got a yard of this pulverized black dirt. I'm going to shovel it off my trailer, very lightly coat this whole area and make sure I don't see any grass seed. I started working up quite a sweat, so I had to change clothes, but I've basically got this whole section right here covered under about a ½ inch of good fresh dirt. I'll just work my way all the way down. I'm going to move my trailer along, shovel the dirt off, get this whole area covered. We'll go on to the next step. So as you can see behind me, I've got about a ½ inch to an inch of pulverized black dirt covering all of the grass seed. You might be able to see there in the back, I have a homemade drag. I'm going to drag across this and level out any of the high and low spots. Now, since we leveled this out with a bobcat, there are going to be some low spots where the tires were, and after I drag that level across there, that will reveal some of the low spots, and then I'll fill that in with a little bit of seed and more pulverized black dirt on top. Alright, so after I've pulled the drag over this area, it's nice and smooth and leveled out. And now you're ready to go ahead and roll out your straw blanket. Now these straw blankets run about 30 bucks a roll. They're about 8 feet wide and about 100 to 125 feet long. I got to put in just a couple more stakes. You can use the metal staples, but I recommend using these tall plastic landscape stakes, and then you can pull them all out. If you use the metal ones, they could get caught in your mower if you don't push them down hard enough. But you want to cover the whole area in the straw blanket. And now comes another important step, setting up your sprinklers and the timers. Now I like these dual feed timers. You can set these by coming on every 6 hours, 12 hours, every day, once a week. I'll put a link in the description below for all the stuff that I'm using here. Especially if you work a lot, you don't have time to go turn your water on, move your sprinkler, turn water off. You're going to be doing it haphazardly. Set these up, they'll come on programmed specifications. What I'm going to do with new seed, I like to sprinkle 20 minutes twice a day. I like to do it first thing in the morning and then at about 3 p.m. Do not water your new seed at night. It will stay wet too long and you'll grow mold. So I'm going to zoom in close to show you guys these timers, and then I'm going to go ahead and hook up the hoses and set up the sprinklers. Alright, so as you guys can see, you have a left and a right. This positive and negative just means you can turn it on manually by hitting this button right here. You have your run right here. You need to make sure you set your clock correctly. And then you can set your start time, how long you want it, how often you want it. And then you just click this back around to run, and it's automatically going to come on your program times. Thing I like to do, and it's not going to tell you this in the instruction manual of the water timer, but I like to put about 2 to 3 wraps of Teflon tape around the threads. The last thing you want is this dripping water. One, it's going to lessen the pressure to your sprinklers, and two, especially if you're in the city and you're paying for water, you don't want to be wasting it. Alright, so here's how you set up the timers. Set clock is going to be the current time, so it's 9:30 a.m. right now. Now I'm going to go to start time. This is what time I want the first sprinkler to come on. Now it's going to default to 2 a.m. That's a little too early, so I'm just going to hold the positive down, and I'm going to have it start at 4 o'clock. How long? I only want it going for 20 minutes. How often? Every day, every 2 days. This is very adjustable. You go by every hour, every 6 hours. I'm going to set it for every 12 hours. So 4 a.m. and then 4 p.m. And now I just turn on run, and that one is set. Now to set the other side, we just set the left side, so to set the right side, you're just going to do the same thing. You don't have to reset the clock. Hit the start time, you're going to hit this once, and then it's going to switch over to the right side. So start time for the right side, I'm going to have it go on at 4:30 in the morning, because you don't want 2 sprinklers running at the same time. So the first sprinkler is going to stop at 4:20. So we'll have this one start at 4:30. How long? 20 minutes. How often? Every 12 hours. So 4:30 a.m. and then again at 4:30 p.m. Turn it to run. You're all set to go. Now something else that sometimes is forgotten when you're using these 4-way valves or the 2-way valves, make sure that you have these set correctly. So this is going to my other timer, so this new one needs to be on. Nothing here, nothing here, these two are off, and this one is on. Not saying that I've done it, I have. I've accidentally left this off and never got any water. So make sure that you adjust all your valves properly. Now these are the sprinkler heads I like to use. They run about $6-7. They're called Orbits. They're super easy to adjust. This will be how far to the right it goes, how far to the left, and then you simply slide this. That just tells you how far or how short it's going to spray. If you push this all the way out, it's going to spray short. All the way back, it sprays about 50 feet. These are mechanical. They work very well. Today is day number 5. As you can see behind me, the grass is growing up nice and thick. And now what I want to do is back off some of the watering. I don't want to water this enough that the roots don't want to go deeper. So right now I'm doing 20 minutes twice a day. I'm going to back that off to 10 minutes twice a day. I don't want to give this new grass too much water. Now some people will tell you once the grass gets growing like this, you got to give it more water. I want those roots to go deep and be strong. So I'm going to back off the water, make the roots grow a little bit deeper. This is going to be a good strong root system for this grass. Now this is very simple to do. All we got to do is turn our dial to how long. Now it says right side 20 minutes. I'm going to back that off to 10 minutes. Now I click my left right button, left side, back that off to 10 minutes. I'll do the same thing on the other timer. Switch this over to run, and now we're going to water still twice a day, but only 10 minutes at a time. Right now we're on day 10 of growing this grass, and as you can see behind me, it's coming in nice and thick. And at this point we're going to do the first mowing. The grass is about 4 to 5 inches tall. We're just going to take off about 1 inch off the top. And that's why I like to use these black stakes. I can go around and find them and pull them out real easy. So for the first 2 to 3 mowings of your new grass, just use a push mower. This grass is a little too delicate for a heavy rider. So as you can see behind me, the grass is growing pretty strong. We're on day number 20. Today I'm just going to take the sprinklers away. I'm going to mow it for the 3rd time with the push mower. I'll probably mow one more time with the push mower and then I'll mow it with the regular rider. Now I'm just going to make sure that we get rain at least once every 5 days. If it doesn't rain within 5 days, I'm going to set the sprinklers back up and give it a good soaking. Other than that, this project is complete. The grass is going to take off, it's going to be nice and healthy, it's going to have a deep root system. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.